What's up, y'all? Today we're doing a little bit different of a video. I feel like I'm always talking about nostalgic horror and you always see my background, and today I just wanted to talk about what was on my wall. Starting off with a piece y'all don't see much, the cosmic horror, definitely Lovecraftian inspired. I don't know much about Lovecraft, but I've always had a deep fear of the sea and sea monsters. Like when people always ask me my irrational fears, like right next to the leprechaun is Cthulhu. And I just thought this was absolutely beautiful. So let's talk about the DVDs. I used to have a massive DVD collection. It used to be huge. And, you know, as the generations changed, I started getting like Peacock, Hulu, all the apps, and I just kind of got rid of my movies, and I regret it. Got a little bit now. They are all movies that do mean a lot to me. The number one, only Blu-ray I got, X. Honestly, this is probably one of the best surprise horror movies I've seen in a long time. A lot of people say it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre inspired, you know, it's too graphic. I thought it was a phenomenal movie, and I can't wait to see Maxine. I'm going to do a full review on that. Next one is I bought this for my niece. She really wanted it, and she said it sucked. Because you know how kids are. No matter how brutal and graphic movies are, they're just so sensory jaded. Like, they don't get scared. Like, this movie honestly gave me the chills. I mean, vampires and Rob Lowe. You guys want me to do a review on Salem's Lot, the little miniseries? I mean, Stephen King classic. I don't remember much about it. This one I bought because I thought I really liked it, but after the rewatching it, it's not that great. I just like shark movies. I like Summertime. I like action and The Meg. I keep finding myself wanting to watch this one. The one thing on this list you're going to see that isn't horror, unless you're scared. Mark Wahlberg collection. Second favorite actor behind Jake Gyllenhaal. Don't ever forget it. This says Pain and Gain, The Gambler, Shooter, The Fighter, and The Italian Job. That's sick. Last two movies on the list. This one is highly underrated, dude. I love this movie. Chernobyl Diaries. It's like a found footage style movie. I think it has, like, who's in that? Is it Aaron Carter or Nick Carter? I think it's one of the Carter brothers. But yeah, this movie's good. I don't know why. When I first saw it, I was really drawn to it. I saw it when I was younger. Maybe I could do a review on that one. And then last but not least, one of my personal favorite movies of all time, Zodiac. Mark Ruffalo, Jake Gyllenhaal. Told you I loved him. Robert Downey Jr. Such a masterpiece. If you guys didn't know by now, Jason's probably my favorite horror icon. I mean, and this is more of a recent thing. Like, I've always loved, you know, Jeepers Creepers has always been my favorite horror movie, along with House of a Thousand Corpses. But in terms of horror icons, it's got to be Jason. We got the poster and the mask. Chucky is the funniest. This is from, I believe, Child's Play 3, I want to say. Look at all that. It's got all the goods. That's sick. I really like that a lot. Then we got, my niece made this for me. Shutter Bay with Jason on it. Shutter Bay is a music thing I did for a while. And we got Frankenstein. You gotta have one of the horror classics. You gotta have one of the classics, man. Check that out. You got the multiple heads. You got the little goofy smirk. Couple books. We got a few books right there. We got the Final Girl support group. I really wanted to read this because it seems super meta and funny and scary. In horror movies, the final girls are the ones left standing when the credits roll. They made it through the worst night of their lives. But what happens after? I haven't read it yet. I'm gonna. Bet you bottom dollar. The little X cover sleeve I have. And then we got Clive Barker, Books of Blood. I had a bunch of books too, but I left them when I moved back to this side of the state, and I regret it because I had a lot of Clive Barker, a lot of Stephen King. The Wolfman mask, I got this at fucking Spirit Halloween. It's one of my most prized possessions. It was only like 12 bucks, maybe 20, but I just love that old Universal look to it. It's creepy, it's fun. Creature from the Black Lagoon. I've always been drawn to this character. I don't know why. I don't really like those old sci-fi cheap horror movies, like those B-tier horror movies, but that one's always captivated me. Billy. This is an awesome pickup. Billy from Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus is one of my favorite kids' childhood movies of all time, and I was always fascinated with Billy Butcherson. I don't know why. He's just such a cool character. He's creepy, he's funny, charming as hell. And the last two things we got is Grimm book. If you guys haven't watched Grimm, it's probably one of the greatest shows. I heard some good reviews about this. My one flaw so far reading it is the dialogue of the characters doesn't really match them from the shows. Like, you could tell a dude wrote this that watched the show but just took his own liberties. This is a good book. Oh, I guess there was one little tiny thing I forgot to show off. Check this out. Oh man, Ash from The Evil Dead, which is cool because my sister just got me this, and there was a bunch of horror packs, and they had one that had Jeepers Creepers on it, and I wanted it so bad, but I got Ash instead. And the last only Funko Pop I got, not trying to join the bandwagon, but we got Sam from fucking Trick or Treat. Yeah, and that's my collection. I don't know, I just thought I'd show it off, switch it up. I didn't really have time this week to film a full horror review and a lot of content, and I didn't want to skimp out, and this is all nostalgic, and it's all stuff I love, so I just wanted to show you guys, and thanks for joining along. If you like this type of stuff, if you want to see more, I'm going to do a whole bunch of stuff in October. I'm going to go to Spirit Halloween, spend so much money, get some yard decorations. It's going to be great. So subscribe, hit that ding-a-ling button harassing you, telling you, hey, it's me, I'm here, and I'm going to say it one time for the one time, two time for the O's. Oh yeah, give me a thumber, give me a hell yeah for horror.